What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. Today we're just going to dive right into the price action, go over some news, and talk about some coins that I'm excited about. Just the usual stuff for today. Let's jump right into the price action. So not too much happened in the last day. Let's look at the 15-minute scale so we can see exactly what happened. Now, in the last day it was just very boring. A very sideways, slightly up and down $100 motion. I said there would just be nothing going on, and there wasn't. But at around 12 hours in, we got a shot down to around 4,030 or 9,430, and then a shoot up all the way to around 9,800. So a little bit of action today, about a $400 price jump. Again, nothing like yesterday, which was very boring, nothing like the day before with that Bart Simpson, which was a lot of action right there. Whenever you see the price jump $1,000, that's just something to pay attention to. And we're just above the resistance right here. Actually, we're just below it right now, but we shot above it for a second, got rejected. That's what I meant to say there. Got rejected. And then are now below it. So people are asking, well, what's going to happen? Is there going to be a little bit of a run here, or are we going to get a bit of a pullback? So what I personally think is going to happen is a bit of a run, but we'll go over the bullish and bearish scenarios and get into the news there. But what I think will happen in the short term is either a bit of a retracement down to the $9,000 level, or sideways and then up to about 9,900. Or if something big happens again, we could see just a big shoot either way. That's how these things work. Whenever there's bigger players coming in, you're going to get more market manipulation, and it looks just like that. And it's hard to tell if it even is that. It could just be a coincidence, but it's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. On the daily, this would be your super bearish scenario down here. In case there's a big sell-off, you can see the $8,000 to $6,000 levels, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm hoping to see it bounce up into the green again, and this time we're looking at like a $11,200 level bullish scenario, just with all this buildup. And as long as it continues this trend upwards, as you can see, the EMA 20 is still really high on the daily, so it went down and then boosted back up. A Bollinger Band widened as well, so hopefully for the next week or 2 weeks it's a bullish scenario. And I hope it just continues this bullish run. We are supposedly in a bull market right now after a long reaccumulation stage, and it would just be nice to see the bull market kick in. But overall, 2% today, green day, market cap of 181 billion on Bitcoin, and the price here says 9,885, and here 9,780. So it's interesting how when the price is rising, the price is different on literally every exchange by a little bit. It just depends where you're shopping. All right, let's get into the news for the bullish and bearish scenarios. So this is the bearish scenario. Bitcoin trader acts as a 4-year bull cycle forecast after 10K triple top. The price of Bitcoin at risk of falling to 6,000, he says. A prominent trader known as Pen Tahardi warns after a 14% drop. So Pentardi, before the 14 drop on Tuesday, the trader suggested that the upsurge may mark the start of a 4-year bull market, but his analysis released on March 12th showed that only a breakout above 10,500 resistance level would confirm a newfound rally, and we all know it got rejected at 10,000 what? 10,425. So while Bitcoin came close to rising above the multi-year resistance level, it was ultimately rejected, and it led to Hundi to propose a new scenario, a potential pullback to the 6,000s. So why is that likely exactly? And data shows that the first phase of recovery from the 3,000 to 7,700 was primarily fueled by retail investors and the institutional market. From 7,000 to 7,700 upwards, open interest and volume on Bitcoin future exchanges increased rapidly. The retail-driven rally evolved into futures-driven upsurge, which caused volatility to spike. And then from May 8th to May 10th, the price of Bitcoin dropped from 10,050 to 8,100 by around 20% in 2 days. Similar on June 2nd, BTC declined 12% in 2 days, seeing a heightened level of volatility. So really, you're only going to see big moves with the volatility moving in. The increased vulnerability of a short-term trend of Bitcoin, rising volatility, and the triple top formation on the daily chart of BTC are the main factors that can cause a drop to 6,000. So exactly what happened is what they're talking about will actually cause it to drop down to 6,000. It wasn't enough buildup. I've been talking about buildup over several different videos, and that's that buildup that I'm talking about. You need a good base for a good run. So triple top in the daily, a bearish pattern will trigger a close below 8,000 with a target to 6,000. So that would be all the way down here, guys. That would be all the way down here. That's a big drop. That is just above the crash in March. But there's still some hope, guys. The bullish scenario still exists. A fundamental bullish variable exists. Bitcoin difficulty adjustments alter. Oh, so this is about the miners, guy. The miners, essentially, there's always a change going on with the miners, which affects Bitcoin price. And this is one that's really interesting. Bitcoin difficulty adjustments alter the difficulty of miners finding blocks. They occur every 2 weeks. Today's difficulty adjustment was negative 9.29%. This is just the 7th adjustment of this level or negativity or less. Note where they have occurred in relation to price. So check it out, guys. Red line, price rally. Red line, price rally. Red line, price rally. Red line, rally. Red line, there's going to be a rally. I think there's going to be a rally here. What's beautiful about mining, I used to do some mining myself. I had many rigs, which then I combined into one big rig. I had 21 GPUs. Maybe it was 30 now at this point. I can't remember, but it was a really nice machine, and I was mining altcoins paying out into Bitcoin. And with the difficulty changing, you know, a lot of miners want to buy coin, and that's something I personally wanted to do more of when I stopped mining. I'm not a big player, and I think you need renewable energy systems to actually mine these days. I think without renewable energy, it's costing too much in electricity. But historically, every mining difficulty adjustment was followed up with a bull cycle. The last time the adjustment occurred was when the price of Bitcoin was 5,800. In the following 2 months, it rallied 10,440. So let's see what happens. I think you know, both scenarios are very well thought out, actually, and but I'm leaning more towards bullish. I want the price to rise, although I'm very happy to accumulate more Bitcoin, of course. It's definitely something I believe in. The future is Bitcoin. So try to work your guys' way up to 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin is, you know, a good place to be. If you have more than that, you're definitely in a great standard, and just hold on for higher times. That's about it for today, guys. Be sure to subscribe and like. When you guys do that, my channel is more recognized by the community. More people get to engage with me, and I'm very grateful for your support. So thank you in advance, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.